secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demon, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me then.
Alright, so the community has spoken. And it looks like we will get some type of contest with really solid defense, with no hands up if you're in the vicinity of the shooter. Most people call it ghost contest, but as I'm going to explain right here, hopefully this can get a better understanding, is why I think that even if it's called a ghost contest, whatever you want to call it, is good for the game. Now, if you don't know, Mike Wayne did drop a poll. Now, the poll has spoken. And again, like I said, the poll has spoken. You're looking at here 64% of the community out of 75,000, guess basically 76,000 people has spoken. I didn't look on Reddit. I don't know if Reddit was had a poll, but 64% of the community thinks that there should be some type of contest. Now, I don't think it should be a 5 to 10% contest. I think that it should be a 1 to 5, and that's why you see 36% right there, but there should be some type of contest. When I tell you creators came out the woodworks complaining about this, lets you know, and again, I'm a creator, why you should never, ever, ever, ever listen to creators when it comes to things about this with the community. And that's why you see a dramatic, lopsided response from the community. And this is what I want to put, and I'm a creator, right? I was getting so much flack for my tweet when I said, if you played any type of ball, you know that if someone is standing right in your face but doesn't put their hands up, their presence still has to be taken into account. This isn't an open shot, right? Now, again, majority of the community, right, was like, yeah, duh, that makes sense. Of course, I have creators down there. You even saw Joe Knows. He did a whole thing about Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. And when you think about, well, let me say this. I responded today because I just saw that, right? And I said people using real life examples to prove why there shouldn't be a 1 to 5% contest with no hands up is why I can't take you guys serious. It's a video game, okay, that is loosely simulated, which is true. This is loosely simulated. This is not a simulated basketball game, right? And the reason why it's not a simulated basketball game, because as you can see, I say, so you're okay with fading from three. You're fading from three, okay? Shooting 80 to 85% from the three-point line, okay? But we'll quickly say Steph Curry and Kevin Durant wouldn't be fazed by a hand not being put up, but yet they shoot for their careers 35 to 40% per season from three, right? There has to be a give and take here. So again, let that sink in. You're okay with fading shooting threes, right? Shooting threes from the corner all day, every day, shooting 85%. That is not real life. But then you want to give a real life example to why there shouldn't be a 1 to 5% contest. The thing is, people just don't want defense in the game, right? They don't want any defense. Now, let me just make this very clear. A 1 to 5% contest is not going to affect this game at all. It's not going to affect your shooting at all. Every single casual knows this. Every single casual has hit numerous shots when they were yellow, orange, red contested, right? I mean, people are still falling down hitting shots. Why? Because there's no RNG in the green window. So if you're going off a 1 for 5% contest, it's still not going to be strong enough to affect you. And that's what makes it so funny about the outrage and the cry for a lot of creators. The fact is that the 1 for the 5% contest is not going to hurt you. A 20% contest is not going to hurt you, right? A 30% contest is not going to hurt you. Why? Because the game is just so easy to shoot, right? There's a reason why people are shooting 80 to 85%. You saw Cash Out. I think Cash Out shoots like 85%. He's played like 9,000 games, right? And he's fading and doing all that. And he shoots 85, I think 84, 85% from three, right? And, you know, he's playing on the twos. It's toxic. Everybody's going on there trying to drop him off, right? He's not shooting the easiest shots. He's getting like attacked, right? People are trying to come at the top dog. right? He is the number one rep in the world, and people are coming on there really trying to drop him off, right? Across the board, everybody's shooting very high numbers. And for some reason, shape, or form, people are literally bitching and complaining about a 1 to 5% contest, right? Now, the thing is this, all right? There needs to be defense in this game. And I already said this because once we went down, I said, listen, if y'all can quote me, and y'all can go back and look at my videos. I said, do not touch anything. Because if you touch anything, you're gonna go down this rabbit hole and you're gonna have to continuously nick and pick. And then once you start going down that rabbit hole, now everything's open for suggestions of changes, okay? And I do feel like there's some viable changes that need to be in the game. I feel like blitzes need to be in the game, right? Because, you know, I feel like the on-ball still hitting square, yeah, that's RNG in that. So I don't necessarily mean that needs to happen, but I do feel like if somebody bumps into me, they should lose the ball. I feel like there should be blitzes. I feel like if somebody is trying to spam a hezzy, and in between that hezzy and I reach, I should be able to get that pluck, right? You know, like little things like that, right? I do think defense needs to be in the game. When it comes to the contest, though, it is going to be all over the place. But I want everybody to be reassured that the contest system is not really affecting anything because people are shooting very highly contested shots consistently. And then you'll see people go on the internet and they'll post this ghost contest and that they missed a 12%. And I'm like, dog, there's no, like, you just suck. Because how many 12% contests do we hit consistently? Like, contest does not affect nothing anymore, right? So it's almost like this fear mandering that some creators are doing to make it be fearful of a contest system when the reality is that there isn't any way, shape, or form 1 to 5% contest is going to affect you. A ghost contest is not going to affect you. It's not going to affect anybody, right? It's not. That's just the reality. Because you see these same creators, you go on their channels and you see them consistently hitting 30, 40, 50, 60% contested shots, but now you want to bitch and complain about a 1 to 5% contest? Make it make sense. It's not. It's just this fear mongering to try to put this fear in people. But I'm glad that the community has spoken and 64% of y'all say, yo, man, we ain't doing that BS, man. Like, we're not doing that, right? The fact is this, right? Does contest need to be worked on? Yes, right? 2K2s, he did a test that showed that a 7'5" wingspan or a maxed out wingspan does not affect your challenge. That's a problem, right? That's a problem. Now, I'm assuming that the reason why wingspan doesn't affect the contest is because it has to do everything with your perimeter defense, which is why we go to this next slide here. And 2K Labs dropped something that said that, again, you look at the contest post and post patch, you can see that everything went up. But you see how 610s get the best contest? And that is with an 82 perimeter defense, right? Now, the 82 perimeter defense, because that gives you challenger on silver. And I'm assuming that's the reason why, because once you go over 610, it drops from 611 all the way down because you do not get the perimeter defense anymore. I mean, the challenger badge. So, wait a minute, do you even get? Yes, you do get challenger badge still at 610, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong here. I might be not making any sense, but I'm pretty sure at 610 you still get challenger, right? So it's silver, and I'm guessing the best way to, if you want to get a really good challenge, it's all about your perimeter defense, and height is a combination of both, but for some reason your wingspan is not affected by that. So that's something that needs to be taken consideration also if we're going to make some type of updates to this. But again, the challenge system is going to be something that's going to be debated for, I guess, the rest of 2K, right? But you can be rest assured and pretty confident that they're going to do, Mike Wayne's going to do something, since 64% of the community has spoken out about that. I do not think it should be more than 5%, but I do feel like, you know, 5% contest, right? If someone's right there in your face. And again, great defense. We don't even know what he meant by that. We don't know if he meant like, you know, like literally my nose is right planted in your chest, my hands ain't up, or does it mean like I'm an arm length away? So we still don't really know what he meant by you know, he said a perfect guarding position. So we don't know what that means. So again, you know, that's gonna be up for interpretation. Hopefully I can get an opportunity to speak to Mike about this to get a better understanding. But at the end of the day, what if any message you get from this is that, you know, this is a video game. It's loosely simulated. right? So you can't use you can use real life examples, but then sometimes the real life examples are not going to work because we are playing a video game. So you have to kind of use a mixture of both, or sometimes you just have to use just straight video game, etiquette. It's like, yo, it's a video game. We can't get contest by jumping. We can't get contest by doing this. We can't get contest by doing that. So start just artificially or ghost contesting shots might be the answer to help out with the astronomical success rate of shots going in and making it so easy on defense. And basically, you have people that are shooting 100% most of the time in games. Like this, I play a lot of games, and literally there's only 1 or 2 shots that I missed the whole game. And that's just basically 2K26 in a nutshell, right? Everybody's shooting high percentages, and there isn't really a benefit by being a great defensive build or player, because you can't even get blitzes or steals. I don't want to keep sounding repeat myself over and over again. So, but y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this. It looks like there's gonna be a change. Is this a W? Is this an L? But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really, really soon on the Banger Man. When I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.